Hey guys, real quick before we get into the episode, don't forget to
like us on Facebook at facebook.com/HellaAverageGaming. Follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/HellaAverageGaming, average spelled AVG. Subscribe to us on YouTube.
Follow us on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/HellaAverageGaming. Listen to us on Stitcher, check us out on iTunes, and make sure to listen to us on Google Play.
And with all that said and done, let's get to it.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to episode 87 of the Hella Average Games Cast. We are the two amigos this week. Me and Carmin are on the mics. Jeremy decided he wanted to adult and had to get up tomorrow. So after multiple times of calling him a bitch, he still didn't make it. So RIP Jeremy, we're kicking him off the podcast. What do you think, Carmin?
Yep, fuck him. Who the fuck works early in the morning, the day after you're supposed to record your podcast?
Terrible. I mean, it's priorities, and we all know that work comes second to video games. I think
Always.
I think that's how it should be all over the world.
I agree.
So I think me and you can hold it down. We've got a lot of news to talk about. We got some freebies coming your way. Don't we all love free stuff here? At least most of us do. No SuperFight this week because it's just not fair to do it without Jeremy. So, come back next week for a supercharged SuperFight. But without further ado, let's get to it. Carmin, have you played some video games this week?
Yeah, I've been playing the fuck out of Kingdom Hearts.
All right, that's what I wanted to hear.
I'm a good 15 hours in. The goal is to grind hard this weekend. Really try to get as close to the end as I can before going back to do a cleanup and everything else throughout all the worlds.
Initial thoughts?
I think it's a great game. It's nothing. I don't think it's groundbreaking. Pacing is an issue. Like every time you feel like you're starting to get into a rhythm, especially early on in the game, it seems like the pacing was bad. It was really bad at the beginning, and then it's progressively gotten better.
So I'm playing as well. So spoiler, looks like we're gonna go a little bit out of order here, and I agree with that. And I think that it's because I feel that you get going, so you go and you start this encounter, and you fight off a few baddies, and then it goes to a cutscene. So all motivation you had and all progression you had just stops, and you're watching cutscenes.
It does pick up. So like the action and the gameplay definitely picks up as you go, but there's still quite a bit of cutscenes, which I don't mind. Like I enjoy the story. And I enjoy all the things. There's certain parts where I'm like, I really want to fight this motherfucker. Like, just let me fight him. And then something shifts and something changes, and that doesn't happen. And then what I just saw recently really fucked me up. So I can't wait for you to get there.
I am not near as far as you. I'm about 6 hours in, 5.5, 6 hours in.
Pretty good.
The game is fun. I enjoy it. It is. The pacing's a little off for me. Like we said, the dialogue is tough at some points. I read an article, a really cool article about it. And I forget what the article was, or where it was at. But it was talking about how they wrote the animations to fit the Japanese dialogue, and then obviously voiced over for the American. So that's where some of the weird, it lingers sometimes a little bit too long. And you can see some of the weird translation issues there. So,
you end up like staring at Sora like deeply in his eyes for too long.
Yeah, nothing's happening. He's just standing there, and it's like his hair's bouncing up and down for no reason. It's crazy.
What pisses me off is that they didn't get Danny DeVito to do the voice for fucking what's his name?
Oh, from Hercules.
Yeah.
God, I can't remember his name now. I have to get back to. I can't believe I'm blanking on that.
I'm picturing the little fucking thing right now.
Let me see if I can get the old Google machine to go up. Is it Phil?
Phil, yeah. It's
go.
like fucking Hercules, like, this doesn't spoil anything. Hercules, like, talks to Phil, and all Phil does is, like, just look at him.
They did a good job with the voice acting. They brought in a lot of the original characters. I know James Woods is in. Haley Joel Osment voices Sora, which is the kid from The Sixth Sense. I think most people would know him as. Let's see. Tom Hanks's brother voices Woody. They couldn't get Tom Hanks, but they got his brother.
Sounds pretty good.
And I haven't got to that world yet, so I can't speak. But yeah, a lot of the voice actors are returning voice actors, which is really cool.
What Keyblades have you gotten so far?
I don't even know their names. The Midnight.
Just tell me what world they're from.
I got Hercules. And
I don't like that one.
And I've got the one from Twilight Town, which is the one I use where it turns into the dual pistols.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool.
That's my favorite because I'm like a magic user. I selected like basically a pure magic build, like wisdom and magic were my picks.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that one a lot. And then I got one other one that I haven't used, but I think it might have came with the game.
Oh, the Midnight Blue?
The Midnight Blue, yeah.
I used that one at first.
I used the regular Keyblade at first.
Yeah. My new favorite is the Monsters, Inc. one.
I haven't got there, so I can't wait to check it out.
It turns into like these drills, and then it also turns into yo-yos.
Oh, I think I remember hearing about or seeing those back in the day.
Oh my, it's like using the fucking Blades of Chaos in fucking God of War.
That's so fucking awesome.
So like that part is sick as fuck. So that and the Toy Story Keyblade are my two favorites right now.
Very cool, very cool. I love in the combat when you do the amusement park rides. That's one of the most interesting and ingenious ways of combat that I've seen. They did that really well.
So many.
They did that so well. The colors pop. Each different like amusement park ride has different effects. You can shoot with the bumper cars. You can ride the boat that goes back and forth. Just cool shit like that.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of that, and what I didn't know early on was I guess I missed it in the little tutorial text that they give you about these things, but like you don't have to use them immediately, and they have timers, and then if you want to switch them, you can just press L2.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so it's like if the bumper cars are 2 up, but you don't want to necessarily use your second form on your Keyblade, you could just press L2 and go right into the bumper cars and start yamming.
Oh, nice. Bumper cars are badass. They're my favorite so far.
Yeah, they're super dope.
Throw them goggles on and just start shooting. But yeah, the game so far, I guess a lot of people can criticize it, but for 13 years in the making, I thought there was going to be a little bit more, I don't know how I want to put it. Basically, for 13 years in development, they should have broke the mold a little bit. There should be more there that we haven't seen before. Now, that being said, I think they did a damn good job with the game.
Oh, no, yeah, the game is fantastic.
So, has that been taking up most of your time, though?
Oh, yeah, for sure. And then I've been playing a little bit of FIFA with our buddy Casey, and that's been fun. We trade a lot of games back and forth. But, like, back to, like, the development time of Kingdom Hearts. Like, I knew going into this game that it's not 10 quality. Like, I wasn't ever expecting a perfect score in a game because I just knew that wasn't what they would deliver. But, like, they've delivered Kingdom Hearts to me at a 10. If you base Kingdom Hearts at its console level.
So for Kingdom Hearts, for what it is, you think they nailed the feel of it?
Yeah, the feel is perfect. The gameplay is tight. Like, when you get rolling on the combos and you are fighting the bosses... Yeah, it's fun. Like, it's enjoyable. Like, I don't get burnt out playing the game. Like, the first day I played it, I put in like 12 hours.
Going into the worlds is always the best part. They do such a good job with the worlds.
Oh, I was so fucking frustrated last night.
What world were you in?
I was, because every time you go to a world, you have to fight in your gummy ship.
Yeah.
So I was going to Arendelle, which is Frozen.
Mm-hmm.
And that motherfucking ship boss was something serious.
That is I'm glad you brought that up. That is a low point for me as well. That feels empty and pointless. That little flying your ship from world to world.
Yep.
Like you can do like petty stuff, like get into random boss or fights, and there's like quote unquote treasure, but that is a waste of space, I feel like.
Yeah, they introduced that in Kingdom Hearts 2 as like a major point, and then I just don't know why it still exists, but I just fucking do it. Like, I just get it over with, you know?
Yeah, you have to go from one world to the other.
Yeah, it's like, just let's get it over with. It's kind of frustrating. The markers in the map don't make sense. I did what you did and thought the green marker was my waypoint, but no, there's a little yellow flag icon that's your true waypoint.
I was just about to say that. It was tough to navigate. I went to the green icon like everybody would. But no, it's the yellow icon.
Go.
So yeah, I'm really excited for Kingdom Hearts. Excited to get back into it. It's gonna have my attention for a little while. I played some Smash. Did you get some smashing in?
Yeah, I played a little bit of Smash with Jeremy yesterday, and then I fucked around a little bit in free play on my own.
We got some Smash news a little bit later on, but I had some fun with that. I lost my tournament today at work. It sucks. I was up in a 5-stock bout, 4 stocks to 2, and then the 2 guys at work double-teamed me and got me out.
You said they were using Samus
and Link.
Yeah, you need a Pit. Bro, I fucking slayed a Samus online with Pit.
Just by reflecting all the shit?
Yep.
Pit's reflect is something serious. It's broken.
Like a fully charged shot sent right back in their grill. They weren't expecting that.
There's a big tournament going on right now called Genesis 6. It started at 1 p.m. Eastern today, and I was watching it all day at work. I watched it when I got home. It's really fucking fun to see some of this high-level gameplay. A lot of these people in the tournaments are the people I watch, during the week streaming. And when you watch them during the week, they're like switching on characters, fucking around with a bunch of different characters, and winning in Elite Smash. But then to see them go into tournaments and fuck around with their main and like actually play is something serious. I'm like blown away by some of the moves they pull off.
I'm about to pull the stream up on my laptop that's next to me.
Yeah, it's on
VG Bootcamp.
Yep, VG Bootcamp. Yep. And I was a little perplexed, because Zero isn't in the tournament. I don't know why. He's streaming it, but I don't know why he's not in the tournament.
Maybe he just couldn't make it out, or, you never know the politics that go into stuff like this. Like, some pros feel like, like they should pay for you to get out there or whatever, and maybe that was the case.
Maybe. If somebody can enlighten us in the Smash world, that'd be awesome, because, I think at one point Zero is considered the best Smash player in the world.
I mean, he's definitely top, so I'm not sure who the best player is.
I don't know who's got the rankings right now. We could pull it up, but Smash has been something that has been like on my computer every day. I'm watching about 4 or 5 people stream. Like, it's crazy how much I enjoy watching this game and playing this game. It's fun learning characters. It's fun trying to mess with new people. Let's see here. Super Smash Brother rankings. Looks like Panda rankings. We got MK Leo, who I watch, is number 1. In the SSBM rank, you've got Hungry Box from Liquid. In the Smash 64 League, Fukuro. So we got some different rankings there.
Yeah, it's crazy that all these games are all these Smash games are still pretty relevant.
Yeah, like this is Melee global ranking. It's crazy. Like, Melee is still a huge game. It is insane. But was that all you played, Car?
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, that was it for me too. Just a little bit of Smash and a bunch of Kingdom Hearts. So let's keep it rocking. We can't delay. We've got a lot to talk about. It's time for some news. We said it earlier. There's a little bit of Smash news, but this week Piranha plants out. You had to redeem your character by the 31st. If you bought the game before the 31st, you could have redeemed your coins. You would have got a code in your email and redeemed them. So if you missed out, you can get them later, but you have to buy them. They haven't announced how much he cost, so I'm not really sure. I
would hope $4.99.
That seems like a good amount.
I feel like because, they've given you a lot of characters already. It seems like a fair price. But I'm not a fan of the way that they handled giving you the code. It's like I had to go back in my email yesterday to make sure that I had it. It was the last day, and then I redeemed it. It's a little ridiculous. When they could have just awarded it to you, in-game, And then when Piranha Plant was live, they could just flip that flag, you know?
Yeah, I mean, Nintendo's never easy. Like, they always go around their ass to give you stuff, so I'm not very surprised at how they did it.
Yeah, it's like, here, we'll give it to you, but only if you remember to look for it. And you have to redeem your coins to get it.
Yeah, a bunch of hoops.
So I was glad that I was reminded that it came out, or I probably would have missed it.
Yeah, I got it, and I played with Piranha Plant. It's pretty fun. It's got some pretty cool moves. The recovery is one of the best in the game. It's like a helicopter plane. It's insane.
Yeah, and it does damage. You know that, right?
Yeah, I've seen it do some damage. Really cool character. I mean, you wouldn't think that they'd put Piranha Plant in the game before Waluigi, but they do. It's crazy. What a world we live in. We have some Fortnite news, which we haven't talked about Fortnite in a little while.
Yeah, probably since they started getting sued.
Yeah, that's crazy. I can't believe how much they were getting sued there for a while.
It was funny. I was listening to Shade 45, and they were somebody was on there, and they were like, "Yeah, you know one of them Fortnite dances," and the DJ was like, "They ain't come up with them dances."
You're right, and there's no word on the lawsuit, so there's no telling what's going on with it.
It's probably not going to amount to anything.
You would think. I have a feeling it won't, but who knows in this day and age. But the NFL skins are coming back for the Super Bowl. If you remember the original debacle with the NFL skins, people were making characters that were unsavory to say the least. You know, so they're going to bring it back. I guess they're going to censor what characters you can make or have only certain numbers there.
Also, you can't get a fucking 81 fucking Patriots jersey anymore?
No Hernandez.
Oh.
I don't know how they're going to do it, but we said originally when they took them down that they were planning on bringing them back, so I'm glad they did, because they were really dope. They look really good.
Yeah, they just have to be a little more tasteful with them.
Yeah, maybe only do, jerseys of active players. Like, you could wear your favorite player's jersey. Or put your name on, one of your favorite players' numbers.
Yeah, they have to do it the right way.
There's no telling. I'm sure people can still work around that. People are fucking geniuses with this stuff.
The internet never sleeps.
Never does. Never does. But not only do we have the NFL skins coming back, but there's going to be an in-game concert from Marshmellow. Carmin read the article, so I'll let you give just a little bit more information on it than because I don't want to mess it up. But it's kind of crazy to me. I don't really. It's wild that this is happening.
They've introduced a whole Marshmellow skin, glider, everything. There's clips of Marshmellow himself playing as Marshmellow. In game in Fortnite, and then he's going to put on a live set during games. You're going to be able to, or during a certain game, you're going to be able to go to a certain location. I think it's Pleasant Park, and there's going to be a live set of Marshmellow in game, which is absolutely insanity to me.
Now, did Marshmellow get famous from Fortnite, or was he like a DJ before Fortnite even comes out?
Oh, no, he's been a DJ. He's been super popular.
Because I never heard of him until Fortnite.
Oh, yeah, no. If you've heard, the song, Happier, or he's done some music with Logic.
Okay.
He's pretty big. And he's popular based on his persona, so...
Which is like a animatronic, or not animatronic, but a light-filled Marshmellow helmet and a white suit.
Yeah, and then I watched an interview with Ninja Sidebar, and they were like, "Have you seen Marshmellow without his helmet on?" And Ninja was like, "I have." And when he takes off his Marshmellow helmet, there's just another Marshmellow helmet inside.
Spoiler alert: they probably smoke weed together.
Probably.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess you can go online. We didn't get the times, but you can go online and check and see when it's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't plan on doing it because I know that either people will try to prevent you from getting to it because that's what people do, or if they've released a game mode where like you can just go listen, which would be super cool, like where you could just drop in. Like you just drop in, it's like 100-person rave. And then like when the fucking show ends, you just all get killed. Like that would be pretty cool. Like he just like drops the beat one last time on you and it just wipes the whole world.
That would be so dope. Like,
yeah, so there's some stuff they could do
cool
with it, but who knows?
I'm thinking like they would like if because there's gonna be so many people who want to see this. I wonder if it's like no matter you have to go in a certain mode just to see it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and reread the article and double check all that. But I mean, I don't plan on signing in.
I remember back this year at E3 they did that Fortnite charity stream where it was like 50 celebrities, 50 gamers, and then they did like a team one I think, and Marshmellow and Ninja won.
Yeah, so I mean that helped propel the game. That was more for the game than for Marshmellow and more for charity.
Yeah, and it's always good. I love seeing gaming stuff go to charity. It makes me happy.
Yeah, it's super cool.
I just followed Marshmellow on Twitter.
Nice.
Yeah, why not throw some love out there? I'm watching a clip right now of him playing as himself, so that's pretty cool. So check it out. Go check out your the times. Go in there and watch him play. Should be pretty cool for a live in-game concert. I don't know if that's been done before. Could be a first. Gamestop has been notoriously looking for someone to buy them out. I guess there were no takers because they halted the search for buyers. And as a problem, not a problem, as a recourse for that, I don't know if I'm even talking right. I've had a couple of beers, so you gotta forgive me. Their stock plummets. Got hit really hard.
Well, yeah, I mean, if they've been telling people, like, we have prospective buyers, and then all of a sudden they were like, just kidding.
That seems to be what happened. Like, they said, and then I read an article off Twitter. I really need to start writing these articles down, but they said that, they halted. They decided not to sell. I don't know if that's the case.
I think that it's a money pit and it's a waste for anybody to get into.
I think game stores are going the way of the dinosaur. Like the old school media
digital
plays.
Market just dominates.
It does. It really does. And like, I don't think you need a dedicated store. You've got other stores like Best Buy, Targets, and Walmarts. I don't think you need a dedicated gaming store. I don't see it lasting. I mean, the reason these other stores last is because they make their money elsewhere and happen to sell electronics. But just having a game store, when your whole model is based on buying games at a cheap price and reselling them at higher, it just doesn't work.
Yeah, and I mean, they've dabbled in too much. Like, you walk into GameStop now and it's like, so like you get your pop dolls, which are cool. I mean, I'm a big fan. I have like 45 of them at least. And, they're like, they have those, but then they have like they have just like too much shit in the store to take in. Like, did you go there for video games or did you go there for hibbity hoobla, whatever they have in there, which is just like a fucking never-ending rotation of junk.
Yeah, when you walk in now, it does feel a little junky. It feels tight, cluttered. I don't know. It is a lot going on.
Yeah, just like a little too much, in my opinion.
And I've got, an idea that GameStop probably won't be around too much longer. A couple
it's just
years,
too easy
maybe.
To buy
I don't know what
from your couch.
Yeah. I don't know what the timeline is here, but I don't see it being a lasting store. But we'll see. I mean, I've been wrong before, but not too often, I guarantee.
Hey.
There's going to be a new Dr. Mario game coming out for Android and iOS. It looks like Nintendo's going to try to get into this mobile market, which is pretty untapped for like first-party like game developers. Not a lot. Sony hasn't moved into the mobile market as far as games go. Microsoft really hasn't. I guess you can count like PUBG and Fortnite, but that's the only ones I can think of off the top of my head.
I mean, the developers for not first party, but like the developers for Guacamelee, they have games on the app stores. Like, there's like reference in Guacamelee 2 for Burrito Bison.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So, there's all kind. I mean, there's some people that have dabbled in it and have done well, and I think games like Dr. Mario though are perfect. It's like it can be you can either make it like a puzzle game like Candy Crush and collect on microtransactions. I mean, based on another article that we're covering, like they could use that.
Yeah, I can see it definitely working out.
Yeah, I mean, there's money to be made if they do it the right way. Like Super Mario Run was it was a fantastic game for mobile.
And I just forgot about that too. So Nintendo has jumped into the mobile market like that before.
Yeah, and they also have an RPG, Dragalia Lost.
Damn, you are just a wealth of knowledge right now. It proved me wrong.
Yeah, I've downloaded it because it looks cool, but I haven't touched it. I haven't even opened it.
That's really
probably
cool.
Because I play Tap Titans.
Yeah, Tap Titans is your jam. It's just in America, mobile gaming, it just hasn't caught on yet. Not in like it has overseas.
Yeah, I think that the game has to be perfect for the player. So it's like I play a lot of mobile games, but a lot of them don't stick. And I don't think you've had one stick yet.
Nah, not at all. Brawl Stars is fun.
Yeah, it is, but it's like I haven't opened it in weeks.
I opened it last week, and it was fun. But when I opened it, I played for like an hour, maybe 2.
Wow.
Yeah, like I get hooked on it. I'll sit there and just watch TV and fuck around with it for at least an hour.
That game would be perfect on the Switch.
Yes, it would. It really would.
If that was on the Switch, it would probably compete with a lot of my time for like playing Smash.
I can see that. That game's fun anyway, and you throw it on a console like the Switch, boy.
Yeah, like you could easily adapt it. Like you could just have that same like shoot mechanic with the stick, and then if you want to do like your special, like all you got to do is hold like the right trigger. Like how hard is that?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Make it happen, Supercell.
Has Supercell went to the console game yet?
Not that I know of.
Well, they're pretty good. I mean, they kill mobile pretty well. They've had a few successful games.
Yeah, but I think these companies have to stay in their lane, which is mobile. But when you start to expand into needing a joystick, then you're walking that fine line. It's like we saw Rovio, who is the creator of Angry Birds. They tried to dabble into the console, and they put games onto consoles that it was the same mobile game. Which to me, Angry Birds isn't as fun on the console as it is on my phone in my hand.
I tend to agree with that.
Or you pull that slingshot back with your finger, and then you send it towards them pigs.
You let it go; it just feels right.
Yeah, so I feel like they should stay in their lane, but they're walking a fine line where these games could be on consoles and be successful. Brawl Stars would dominate.
I know you're listening, Supercell. Go ahead and do it.
Fuck. Put it on the Switch and make it be played with a GameCube controller.
I love the fucking GameCube controller. I love my GameCube controller. It feels so good.
Oh, bro, that Peach one you tweeted, I'm thinking about buying it.
I think I am too. It's go check them out. But there's different themed GameCube controllers for the Switch. Battle pads, I think they're called. And there's like a peach one, which is fire. Pink color, nice, beautiful looking. They got a Zelda one, a Mario one. They got a bunch of cool ones. So go check them out. I'm thinking about picking one up. Because I've got my GameCube controller, the wireless one, but just having that one would be so dope. And you gonna get one too?
I'm thinking about it. I'm really thinking about it. I got to pay off our vacation. I'm going to pay that tomorrow, and then that's going to eat up a good chunk of money.
Adulting does suck sometimes. Where you going for vacation?
We're taking a cruise to the Bahamas.
Very nice.
Yeah, if you weren't buying a house, I would have extended an invitation.
I do appreciate that. We got to bounce back from spending all of our money and being broke.
Adulting.
Yes. We close on the house next week, so.
Yes. So know that I thought about you, but I also knew that if I asked, it was going to be like a hard no.
Yeah, there's no way I could even try to swing it. All right, so let's rock on. Here's the big news for the week. So listen closely when I say this. PlayStation Network, software, games, DLC, services, generated over $12.5 billion in 2018. That is more than Microsoft's entire gaming division, and all of Nintendo, the entire company. Just Sony PlayStation Network took down, as far as numbers go, Microsoft's entire gaming division and the entirety of Nintendo.
Insane.
It's ridiculous.
That doesn't even factor in like physical sales, like physical copies of games and physical copies of consoles. This is literally all digital.
What
and
a
they
boast.
just fucking slapped dick
What a boast.
in the big three.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's an insane amount of money.
I hope, and we've talked about it, I don't think that they continue this momentum next gen. But, and also I don't like to do the whole console argument, but there's no denying that Sony was a clear favorite this generation. And rightfully so. They brought some fantastic first-party games, some fantastic experiences, and some fantastic hardware. So, if they keep it up, I'll be surprised because Microsoft is out for blood.
That they are.
But still, let's focus on this accolade. Big feather in the hat for Sony.
Well, they better put all them bucks to good use.
Let's hope so. The rumor mills are buzzing that there's going to be backwards compatibility for the PS5.
That would be nice, but I want to know how far back.
Well, you would think that it would we wouldn't even have this conversation. Backwards compatibility would just be a standard, an industry standard, and there would be no issues. But for some reason, we live in a world where that is not the case.
Yeah, how is it we live in a world where better hardware architecture and better software can't just inject, the old software and just say, hey, we built off this same model since the beginning. Why can't this be leveraged?
And I wonder if it was a matter of it could, but we don't have they don't want to put the money to the resources. There's no telling. Microsoft did. Look how much Microsoft's done with backwards compatibility and how much has helped them out.
Oh yeah, it's been huge.
They're adding games every single week to backwards compatibility. Multiple games. It's insane. So hopefully, we're praising a rumor that may or may not happen, but if it does happen, something that should have happened a long time ago.
Yep, it's another one of those things what you should have done, Sony, and what you've heard people ask for, Sony, but you just haven't delivered because why? Sony.
Leaving money on the table. It seems a lot of these game companies do that. And it blows me away. The consumers want to give you the money. They want to come buy your products. They want you to continue making your classic consoles, except for Sony. And they want you to continue to give us stuff, but then you want to leave stuff on the table, hurt yourself. Oh yeah, we have this really nice console, but there's no backwards compatibility. We listen to your fans. We really want the backwards compatibility. Oh, well, we might change your name for you, but there's still no backwards compatibility.
Yeah, whatever happened to that?
It's still in the
whatever
works.
happened to the name changes?
But there's no telling when it's going to happen. Sony's infrastructure has to be the most complicated thing in the world because it takes years for anything to change.
Yeah, or it's just not prioritized high enough. It's probably been on the board for years, allow PSN name changes because nobody wants to be XX. That guy with the long controller cord, XX 1272. So,
a lot of people have bad
but if something else is but then when they're when they start prioritizing these things, they're well, we need to put this game above it, or we need to put this improvement above it, or we need to make sure that, we can up-res to 4K properly on games that aren't, native 4K.
I just want 4K 60 standard, locked, industry standard.
Yeah, for a console, I think it's 100% possible.
Is that too much to ask?
Yeah, but even still, like, how come you could cap it? Like, you could buy. Why aren't they using like graphic card architecture, like, to get you to 100 or 120 frames?
I think that drives the price up too high. I think they have to try to balance they got to think about the consumer. How much are they going to pay? They're pushing a fine line.
I honestly would be willing to pay, personally, I would probably be willing to pay upwards of $700 for a gaming console.
I think I would too. I might go beyond that, but I don't think that we're
if
not,
the hardware justified.
We're not the normal. We're not their target audience.
No, like, they know that Sony doesn't even have to ask if we'll buy their next system.
Right.
And Microsoft and Nintendo are probably in the same boat because we're willing to buy it to just check it out.
You're right, and there's a group of people like that, a bigger group, a growing group. But I think a lot of the questions for Sony and the audience they go for, and I know we've mentioned it before, but like, think about families. You know, your mom goes to the store and wants to get something for the kids. You know, what console do you get? Well, the PlayStation happens to be $100 less than the competition. Well, let's go with that, or whatever. You know, so they think about these consumers, like, how are they going to get as many consoles in the homes as possible? And I think that's what has led to companies. They lose money on consoles. Companies do not make money.
There's no money to be made.
But they take the hit so they can start selling their software.
But then, okay, so then in that breath, like, how come they haven't introduced like a hot swap bay, basically, where, like, if you want to put your favorite graphics card in your PlayStation, you can.
Like a customizable console?
Well, not even customizable. Like, it comes standard with the standard PS4 Pro hardware. So say you buy the Pro. We'll call it the Pro Plus. Your Pro Plus works exactly how a regular Pro would work. But it gives you the opportunity to, say, like, increase the RAM. So, you could, and they use an industry standard RAM to where that's not Sony proprietary. Like, to where then if you want to buy an extra stick of RAM for your PlayStation, bam, you have 2 extra slots where you can jam them in, Or if you want to have a higher frame rate, boom, you could buy your graphics card. Like, we got a graphics card that can run games upwards of 120 frames. And all we paid was $199 for it. So you buy your PlayStation, you pay a little more for it, to where it will have these features, and then you can upgrade it on your own. Because, think about it, like, with the TV you have, the nice TV you've bought, wouldn't you like to play at more than what you're getting? Which is probably between 30 and 60 frames.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's not locked. You may be getting 38 at some point. Sometimes 40, sometimes 60.
Yep, I agree. But the thing about the PC Master Race would say at that point, we'll just buy a fucking PC.
Yeah, but why? Like, if the PlayStation's only $399 and the fucking graphics card is only $200, you only have $500 in it.
That's true. I see what you're saying. And I wonder why it hasn't happened, or if they even thought about it. Did we just come up with that concept? Maybe.
I'm sure they've thought about it, but they just can't get that hardware for that price.
It's all a price point. All these companies are worried about is the bottom line. I mean, none of these, as much as you may want to think, these companies don't care about the consumer. They care about them as a means to an end, to where they got to make their bottom line. So that's the game. That's what it's all about. You've got this group that, Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo could probably walk out onto a stage, dump a hot turd in the shape of a new console. They'll buy it.
Yeah, it'll just print fucking money.
But then you've got another subset of people who don't even know what a PlayStation is, who don't know what a Nintendo is. I grew up, every gaming system was a fucking Nintendo. It didn't matter what it was. What are you doing?
Fucking talking to your mom or your fucking grandma. It's like, how's that Nintendo? How's that new Nintendo? Well, Mom, it's a PlayStation. Oh, yeah. Can I play your Nintendo?
Yeah, it was always a Nintendo. So, I'm anxious to see it. There's rumors buzzing about next gen. We're going to hear and probably see some next gen stuff next year. All right, well, this year, but I'm off a month, I think. But this year, we're going to hear and maybe see some next gen stuff. I'm hoping it's something cool. Like it's not just another console. Maybe it's there's a gimmick with it, like the Switch. They had its gimmick. Maybe Sony does something cool, like for every PlayStation that's sold, there's a Vita type console with it where you can play remote. How cool would that be?
That would be super cool if like they really like if they like did another handheld and they like just made it like super streamlined right to the console.
Yeah, like not sold separately, it's part of the system. You pay $6.99 for it.
I'm down.
We'll see. And Microsoft's going to slap. Microsoft's going to come out. They're going to drop whatever hot console they have, and then they're going to start bombing game. Here's a new first party. Here's a new first party. Here's from the studio that brought you Cuphead. Here's the studio that bought you Hellblade. Here's from the studio who brought you this. You know, it's going to be crazy.
Oh yeah, no, they're stacking up. They're lining up their pieces in perfect form. Like they're trying to be like the Bobby Fischer of fucking game consoles.
You're right.
Before
And
it went crazy.
They might hit the checkmate the next few years. Nintendo's going to do the same thing. Here, we got a great console. Let's make a couple of iterations. Maybe here's a mini version. Maybe here's a Switch Plus. And then here's game after game after game after game.
It's exciting times.
It's a good time to be a gamer.
Least.
All right. So, the Anthem public beta is going on right now. I don't know when we'll get this out. So, if it's before Sunday, go play the beta. If it's after Sunday, let us know how the beta was. I, for one, have no urge to go back and play it.
Yeah, a lot of articles I see say that endgame Anthem is going to make or break the game. Because, like, I don't think anybody's overly impressed by it.
That's the consensus I've heard, and the biggest, not necessarily complaints, but the biggest criticism is the end game. That seems
like, what
to be...
What are the raids going to be like?
Yeah, and you know, I didn't get to play the I guess I forget what they're called, but I would compare them to
It was the Strikes.
Destiny Strikes. Yeah, I didn't get to play it, but the people who did play it say there wasn't a whole lot there, and it's only going to be 3 when the game launches.
Yeah, that's terrible.
So I don't know. I'm not impressed. When I look at the gameplay, I was trying to watch what's his name? Fucking King Gothalion.
Yeah.
Play today, and it's just tough. Just tough, man.
Yeah, I feel like they're forced. Like these streamers are forced into this stuff because it's like they have to play the game that they have to play the competitor of the game they most enjoy, and that's what Anthem is to Destiny. But it just doesn't stack up to me.
I think it's going to get overshadowed by the Division, because alternatively, the podcast I listen to who went to the Division reveal events say that the Division is fire. The end game is fantastic.
I hope so, bro. I'm so excited. You're gonna grind that with me and Will?
No, because the game I will, but the beta's next week, so I'll be moving next week.
Oh yeah, no, the Division beta is next week?
I'm pretty sure it starts the 7th or the 8th. Let me see here. I'm doing the old Google machine here. February 7th to Monday, February 11th.
Oh, wow.
And I'll be off Monday, but I don't know if the game will still be going, or if it's like 12 o'clock Sunday morning.
Yeah, you'll have to play it by ear.
So, but yeah, I'm going to be grinding that game out for show. I love the first one. Got the end game, did a couple of not lost sectors. What were they called? God, the Phoenix Down, the end game missions.
Oh, it was like their raid?
Like the mini raids, yeah. I can't remember what they're called. Fuck, I'm blanking on everything today, bro. I'm not even a real gamer, I don't think.
I don't remember what they're called either, and I was just in there.
Trying to see what they're called. Oh well, who cares? But yeah, so like that, like I started playing that, and then that's after I stopped.
Yeah, no, they fucked up with the end game in the first one, but I think, and then they like slowly redeemed themselves. Like they had that comeback story.
Oh yeah, they did a lot of like post-launch. They kept the game alive for a long time. Big patches.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm excited for this next iteration. It's like it's going to be the perfect game for me to grind.
It's going to have that, and it's not a loot shooter. I think it's more of a. A shooter RPG, maybe? Because you level up and you do the in-game stuff? And you can pick your loadouts?
It's a loot shooter.
I guess so. I guess so, in a sense, yeah. So maybe some competition there. We'll see. I really think that the Anthem's going to get overshadowed.
Yeah. I hope that, like, the Division, like, I hope that, like, you can, like, enjoy, like, you can get good loot just by, like, walking the streets. Like, I wish that was just part of the game where you just kind of roam.
Well, maybe they'll do something like that. I know that in, like, the Dark Zones now, there is a lot of roaming and opening chests and doors and stuff.
Yeah, so I'm stoked.
That makes two of us. Let's move to the final segment of the two-man Hella Average Games Cast show. We got free games. How exciting is that?
It's always exciting.
Free stuff's always good. Doesn't matter what it is. So let's kick it off with Microsoft. Games with gold. We've got Bloodstained 3, Curse of the Moon. Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Were there 2 Bloodstains? I guess so.
Maybe.
Super Bomberman, Assassin's Creed Rogue, and Star Wars Jedi Knight. So a pretty strong lineup. I mean, honestly, there's some good games in there.
I mean, anytime they're free, they're great.
Sure. I hear a lot of good things about Bloodstained. Obviously, Castlevania, long touted series. People love Assassin's Creed. I don't know too much about Rogue. I can't remember which one that is at this point. There's been so many. But if you like Star Wars, there's Jedi Knight. So that was it for the games with gold. Go get your free games. There's no reason not to. Even if you play it and you hate it, you just delete it. Nothing lost. And finally, a swan song for PlayStation, if you will. You've got Hitman, the full Season 1, For Honor, Dive Kick, Metal Gear Solid 4, Gunhouse, and Rogue Aces. Pretty big lineup there. Hitman and For Honor alone are just big hitters. Hitman's a fantastic game. That game got a lot of clout back when it came out.
Oh yeah, no, they're great games. I'm actually kind of interested in playing For Honor.
Me too. I'm going to definitely download it, and I was reading some stuff online that said you need to go through the tutorials because if you just jump in this game, you're going to get fucked up. So go play the tutorial when you get it, Carm.
I definitely will.
Now the sad part to this is that this is the last month that PlayStation is offering PS3 and PS Vita games.
Wow.
So we talked about it last year that it was going to come in February or March, and this is it. The last one.
It's wild.
So get your games. Get them quick. And I don't know what they're going to do, if they're going to give more PlayStation 4 games or what. I guess you'll just get 2 free games now.
Yeah, maybe they'll just cut back to 2 free games. I mean, at some point they have to cut the ties to these old systems. Especially like the Vita, they're not fucking with the Vita. They've already fucking wiped that clean off their plate and said, you know what? Boom, we're done with you. And then the PS3, like, nobody's turning back at this point.
There's no point.
No. Hardware's dated at this point, so.
Yep, so it's time to start cutting ties, look to the future. I'm really excited.
Yep, and I mean, they've supported it for a long time.
Oh, yeah, especially
But at this
Vita.
point, they have to say, like, you know, if you want to continue to, you know, play Sony games, you're welcome on your console of choice, whether it be the PlayStation or the PlayStation 4, 3, 2, whatever, Vita. But, you know, you have to eventually, like, we have to stop giving you all these things and we have to try to force you into our latest model.
Yep. I agree. That's
I ain't
just
mad
good
at
business. I'm not mad at them either. Hopefully they up the games. If we're only going to get 2 games, I would like some harder hitting games.
Wouldn't that be something? Like, they give you fucking 1 AAA title and 1 indie every month.
That would be dope. But they also did something else which was pretty cool. They upped the cloud storage for PlayStation Plus members from 10 gigabytes to 100 gigs. So
I wonder if they did that like because they were noticing that most people were maxed.
Possibly. I don't use the cloud storage a lot. I want to look into it. I know I've used it like when we were playing Diablo. I'd upload my character, and when I could come play with you at your house and like download my character and stuff.
Yeah.
But I didn't use it beyond like that. Can you upload games to the cloud? Like, I don't understand how it works.
I don't think you can upload full games, but I know that, like, I mean, you can put all your save storage there. I mean, I don't know, like, how big these save files can get, depending on what you're sending, but...
True. So they upped it by but tenfold, so good on them. That's exciting.
It is.
But that's it. We're going to end it with free stuff. How fucking cool is that?
Yeah. We're not sponsored by Humble, nor the Humble Bundle. But right now, for your PlayStation, they're running a 2019 sale. $15 gets you upwards of $200 worth of games. If you're interested, go check that out. It's running for the next 10 days. And there's some really good titles on there. I've closed the link, so I can't tell you. I know Killing Floor 2 is on there, which is a $30 game. So that alone, you're going to get that game half price, plus a plethora of other titles to go along with it.
A plethora. I've got it pulled up right here.
There you go. My guy.
While you were talking, I took it upon myself to pull it up. But we got Killing Floor 2, Shadow Warrior 2, Layers of Fear, the Talos Principle?
I'd probably say Talos.
Talos Principle? Oh no, it doesn't give me the whole list. It says get games like...
Oh, hang on.
Oh, shit.
I'm going back in.
Come on now. Come on. That's shitty.
No, I got you. I got you, bro.
Anyway, so yeah, Carmen's going to finish and round that list out. Let us know what you think about Anthem. We would definitely want to know. Let us know what you think about Kingdom Hearts because we know you're playing it. We need to hear your feedback. For sure.
All right. Here we go. So for $1, you can get Grim Fandango Remastered, The Bard's Tale Remastered and Re-Snarkled, Inner Space. If you pay $10.23, such an odd number.
All right.
You get Layers of Fear, Wasteland 2 Director's Cut, The Talos Principle, and Broken Age. And I just realized how creepy the Talos Principle cover art is. It's like a robot with a kitty, and the kitty is very realistic. And then if you jump the gun and you spend an extra $5, you get Killing Floor 2 and Shadow Warrior 2. And you're looking at...
that is creepy.
Yeah, it is super creepy. And I mean, you're looking at $239 worth of awesome games. Right out the gate. I'm thinking about... some of these games haven't even hit my radar, and I'm thinking about buying this.
If you're not supporting any developers, you're not doing it right.
That's right.
Humble Bundle has long been the place to go for these epic bundles, these epic pairing of games. Again, we're not sponsored. We totally should be, but we're not.
Yeah, so definitely check that out. And Cam, do you have anything else?
That's it, bro. I'm good. I'm done.
Well, I want everybody to play on and stay
hella average.
Peace.
Later.